This is Prosper Sustainably's ETEP training video on how to create an annual education and outreach plan within an ETEP Strategic Work Plan spreadsheet. An annual education and outreach, or E&O plan, will help a tribal environmental department plan and keep track of education and outreach events and activities that will be or have been conducted by staff members throughout a year. Please note that this demonstration is being conducted using Microsoft Excel 2016. The steps and what you see on your screen may be different for other versions of Microsoft Excel. Also, this video is meant to be used as guidance. There may be other ways to accomplish the intended results, or you may wish to customize the process to produce different information. I encourage you to customize this process to best meet your needs. I am now going to walk you through a hypothetical example to explain the process of creating an annual education and outreach plan. If you have developed an ETEP strategic work plan using Prosper Sustainably's methodology, you are likely to have objectives that reference an annual education and outreach plan. Let's use some quick filtering under category to locate some of these references. So I'm going to go under here and just select education and outreach. In the objectives table, under most program areas, you will find an objective that states something along the lines of develop, test, evaluate, and deliver E&O literature, materials, and activities on program area issues and opportunities relating to annual objectives, and then in parentheses, see combined annual education outreach plan. In this row 36 right here, there's one relating to air resources education outreach, and then in row 45, there is an objective related to conducting climate change education and outreach. In addition, you are likely to have an objective under the education outreach program area that states develop a combined annual plan for E&O activities across all ETEP priority program areas that includes projected staffing, timing, costs, areas of focus, interdepartmental event and collaboration opportunities, and other considerations. Within your ETEP strategic plan worksheet, there should also be a tab for an annual education and outreach plan. In this example, this tab states fiscal year 16-17 education outreach plan. The fiscal year 16 to 17 represents the current year and should represent or be replaced by whatever current year you are focused on within your plan. The annual education outreach plan table you see here contains multiple columns for information that you may want to include in your annual E&O plan. These columns include the title of the education outreach event or activity, the topics, the applicable program areas, the event dates or activity dates, the announcement date, the status of the education outreach activity or events, primary and secondary staff responsibilities, external responsibilities such as other departments, a column for combined responsibilities which should auto-populate if you're using the enhanced ETEP strategic work plan spreadsheet, a column for post-event participation evaluations, whether they have or not been conducted, and what the status of those are, the status of post-event staff debriefing, notes, and any applicable links. I am now going to show you how to add and manage entries through a hypothetical example. So let's say that your department has an Earth Day event planned, and the topics for this year's Earth Day event are going to be non-point source runoff, and zero waste. The applicable areas are multiple because we're talking about both air and waste. So you either can enter that in, or if you have the advanced spreadsheet, you can select it from the drop-down menu. You'll want to enter in the event dates. So let's just say it's going to be on April 21st. The announcement date is going to be a month before. The status of this event is announced. The primary staff responsibility is going to be the water resources specialist. The water resources specialist is going to be assisted by the environmental technician, administrative assistant, air quality specialist, and environmental director. There are currently no external responsibilities, although if you are going to collaborate with another department, organization, you may want to enter these here. As you can see, the combined responsibilities automatically populates with all the staff members. This allows for a quick filter. In this example, the event has not occurred, so a post-event participant evaluation has not yet occurred, and a post-event staff debrief has not yet occurred, and there are no notes or links. Now I'm going to copy and paste in additional entries so that I can demonstrate the rest of the features of this table. So now we have additional events and activities, from indoor air quality events to climate change workshops, watershed planning meetings, environmental committee meetings. These have different topics that are going to be covered during each event and meeting. The applicable area has been selected for each one, such as air, climate, waste, or water. The event dates are inserted. The announcement dates are inserted as well. In some cases, we have TBD because it has not yet been established. We have the status. So in some cases, nothing has occurred yet, so that it states not started. In other cases, the event has been completed. So completed has been selected. You may be in the planning phase of the event. We have the primary and secondary staff responsibilities. Any external responsibilities would be inserted in these columns. The combined responsibilities populate automatically. And for the completed events, let's quickly show you how you may use the post-event participant evaluation and staff debrief. So the watershed planning stakeholders meeting on row number 6 right here has been completed. So let's say that a post-event participant evaluation has been completed, but it has not yet been analyzed or reported. And scrolling down to another example, the first environmental committee meeting has occurred, line number 10. And in this case, this has been both analyzed and reported, so we will select reported. Also want to consider whether a post-event staff debrief has taken place. So for the environmental committee meeting, let's say that this has also been completed and reported. And then for the watershed planning meeting, this staff debrief has not been started yet. Some of the drop-down items may not actually apply, so you'll want to select what's appropriate if you're using the enhanced version, or you can enter what is applicable if you are not using the enhanced version. Just you want to make sure that you're going to be consistent. So here we have an annual education and outreach plan table that has been filled in with appropriate information for the current year. This is the end of this training video.